Can you state your name for me, please?
Charles Loucka.
Can you have any prior knowledge on capital punishment?
No, I've never, known anybody who's suffered through capital punishment.
Um, can you give me your opinion on capital punishment?
In my opinion, capital punishment is a useful means to deter life-ending crimes. I believe that without some sort of countermeasure to offset the violent nature of crimes, then we don't get that point across to the criminals.
Okay. Is there anything else you have to say about it?
I know it's very difficult, in our society to definitively say whether or not somebody, should die for a crime. I know there's been a lot of occasions where people have been falsely accused, which further complicates the matter. But in my opinion, without that end result being out there, crime, particularly violent crime, would be rampant and without check and balance, and therefore without having some sort of capital punishment in place and some means to deter those type of crimes, then I think society will suffer in whole.
In general, do you think there's any other ways besides capital punishment? Would there be a way to deter violent crimes such as murder and other crimes like that?
There might be some other ways.
Like, would you agree with a life sentence with no parole and restitution?
The problem I have with life sentence is, society today has in certain communities has made that almost like a merit badge. To go out and kill somebody, and then all of a sudden you're in jail and you're hailed as a hero. No means to make somebody who's willfully and wrongfully taken a life and make them pay for it in some way. In prison, you're afforded 3 meals a day. You have time to exercise and educate yourself and do things like that. And I'm not really talking about the rehabilitation process, but without some stern line in the sand type of a result for a capital crime, I just don't think it's going to solve the problem in general.
My final question to you is, do you think capital punishment is useful in society today?
In my personal opinion, I believe it is. Without that, as I stated before, without capital punishment, there's no check and balance against somebody doing a violent crime. If there's no retribution being paid out, no cost, no eye for an eye, so to speak, then there's no reason for them not to commit the crime. A lot of people have nothing to lose, in their opinion, and therefore going to jail and becoming some sort of a status symbol in some communities might be something of value to them.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Can you state your name, please?
Loucka.
Do you have any prior knowledge on capital punishment?
None.
Can you state your opinion on capital punishment for me?
I am not in favor of it.
Do you feel it's useful in society today?
I think it is useful in some cases, but I just don't think that from a moral standpoint that we have the right to take a life.
Do you believe in the metaphor an eye for an eye?
No.
Why not?
I don't think that two wrongs make a right.
Do you think, based on the fact that it costs more money to take a life than to lock a person up for life and feed them, do you think it would make more sense to just lock them up for life on a financial standpoint?
I'm not really sure. I think if I had a close relative, a child who was taken, by someone, I don't know exactly how I would feel, but at this standpoint, I have a very strong Christian faith, and I don't think that we have a right to take a life.
Can you think of any other ways as a substitute for capital punishment that would deter capital crimes? Like life with no parole or restitution for the rest of their life? Would any ways like that make sense?
I think life without parole, but with stiffer punishments. I think that if that person lives a longer life and understands how wrong it was to take a life and to be able to spend the rest of his life regretting it, that's maybe just punishment.
Thank you for your time.